Yo, big up man like 40, yeah? You done know already.
What's going on, people? It's your boy 40. Now, I should be more excited about this win, but I'm not, because facts, they are awful. Hellas Verona, let's face it, you're not on our level, not the sort of team that we should be looking to play at the end of a pre-season. Now, we need someone who's going to test us. We've got Spurs coming up in the next game, in the next week, a team that finished second and have an unstoppable strike force, pretty much. Harry Kane, Dele Alli, Dembele, Christian Eriksen, take your pick. Obviously, we're not in charge of that as fans, but at the same time, we need to be tested, and these were far from the test. Now, obviously, we ran out 2-0 winners. The game's pretty much done and dusted in the first 12 minutes. We scored 2 goals. First one coming from Perez, great crossing by Manquillo, and then Perez slots it home. And then the second one was Atsu, found down the left-hand side, smashes it into the top corner. And that was it. It's pretty much like a training game. And we had this the same last season going into the championship season. I said myself as well, we didn't really get tested at the first couple of games during pre-season last time round, and lo and behold, we lost the first 2 games. So again, if it happens again, then we need to kind of think to ourselves, what are we doing here? Are we actually preparing properly? We haven't prepared properly. God, that's a hard couple of words to get out. We haven't prepared properly in terms of transfers and in terms of games either. Now, we still didn't try anything different in terms of formation and shape. I still saw the same 4-2-3-1 out on there. And it's just baffling me. I'm not shooting down Rafa Benitez and his tactics. You know, it's got us this far, but at the same time, I just don't want us to come unstuck so early on, because we did towards the back end of the last season. We just barely scraped over the line to win the championship. Now we're in the big leagues again. Let's not make the same mistake twice. Now, let's get into the teams anyway. So, you can see the Newcastle United team on the screen right now. Elliott in goal, Manquillo right back, because obviously Yedlin's going to be missing the first 2 weeks of the Premier League season. Lejeune and Clark in the centre of defence, and boy, those two do look solid together. Lascelles has got a problem for me. Lascelles was on the bench, and even when he came on, he didn't look up to the same speed as Lejeune did, or Lejeune has in pre-season. Dummett at left back, not really got a rival to rival him at the moment, so he's safe there. Wings, Richie, Atsu, job done, especially for Atsu's point of view. I think, in fact, in terms of the wingers that we've got, all 4 of them, I'd have to say Atsu's at the top of the tree. Atsu's at the top of the tree. 2 in the last 2. Taking his chances very well, and he's proving the fact that there's a good reason why he was signed on a permanent deal. So fair play to him. Rich is always running his socks off, giving it 100%, or probably about 90%, because he doesn't want to give everything before the start of the Premier League season, which is all good. And then in the middle of the park, the dream team, Shelvey and Hayden. Now, I did say at the start, I know that I want to see Shelvey and Marino just to see how it would work. But again, I'm happy with Shelvey and Hayden, because Hayden does the dirty work, and as we all know, Shelvey has got Sunday sprayage basically. He can spray balls left, right and centre, and he can win us a game by himself pretty much. Up top, we had obviously Perez sitting behind Mitrovic. Now again, Rafa's like a bit of a politician, you know. He's the mastermind of this. He can say things without actually having to move his lips. The fact that we didn't have Gale on the bench or even in the squad, yes, due to a niggle. It might be a niggle, let's face it, or the fact that we haven't got many strikers to choose from, and you want your top goal scorer on top form going into the first game of the season. So we went with Mitrovic, giving him another opportunity. He's done well in the past couple of games. I think he's got 3 out of 4, and then obviously had Perez behind him, who obviously got on the score sheet. Where do we go with this? I think the main talking points were out or off the field rather than on the field. The fact that obviously Gale didn't start. Another notable absentee was obviously Jack Colback. He didn't even get into the squad now. It's looked like Marino has just leapfrogged him altogether now. Hayden's in front of him. Diame's even coming into that deep-lying midfield player role, so he's not even considered a number 10 no more. So again, I don't even think there's any room for Jack Colback, so that might be another person out or heading out the exit door. Tim Krul was a spectator today, a spectator, one of us. Obviously he's on more money than us, but one of us watching from the stands. So again, he's not even considered a part of the squad no more, which is such a shame. Apart from that, I don't even really need to go into the performance really, because as I said before, it's more like a training game. You know, I think it's more of a favour to Fabio Pecchia. You know, obviously he was an former coach at Newcastle United, you know, not too long ago. And, you know, that's the reason why this kind of friendly game is put together now, really. Wasn't tested at all. We just need more, I would have said better competition, but again, it's done and dusted now. We played the likes of Bradford, Hearts, you know, the 2 games in Germany, Wolfsburg and Mainz, and then obviously this game against Hellas Verona. You know, who have we really come against that's going to really test us? You know, we've been beaten once, and then we've won and drawn the rest, so I don't know. Anyway, sorry to sound like a negative Nancy, but it's the truth now, because again, this is getting to me now. Now, apparently we've had a bid for Joselu turned down, which is part of the reasons why Rafa Benitez was having crunch talks. Obviously he was all smiles, he's not going to come out and be all grumpy now, is he, in front of the media, because again, he's just going to feed the media even more. So people are thinking that, oh, he's smiling. Come on now, what's he going to do? Start shouting and ranting and raving before the game's going off? Come on, behave yourself. But yeah, apparently we've had a bid for Joselu turned down, and he's still interested in Perez, which you'll find out later on in the video, because he's come out and kind of admitted himself that he's got his watchers or minders on him from previously before. But at the same time, the fact of the matter is we're down to 2 strikers, 3 if you want to count Perez. We need bodies, and we need them in this week. You know, those are the key talking points as well. Other key talking points really in the game, Siem de Jong looked lively when he came on in the last 15 minutes. Mitrovic wasn't kind of linking up well with him. I think Mitrovic works better with Perez, and de Jong probably works better with Gale. Just my honest opinion on that one. And in terms of wingers, who's going to be the wingers going into this game against Spurs? It has to be Atsu now. I think Atsu's played his part. And again, Richie, has to be done. Obviously Murphy came on, Aaron's is still looking lively as always, but I think they might be better coming off the bench rather than starting for me, just personally. And then obviously in the middle of the park, Shelvey and Hayden, it's going to be Shelvey and someone, but at the moment it's Shelvey and Hayden running the show. So if we're going into Spurs next week, I'm pretty much seeing this same lineup, probably with the change round of Gale for Mitro, and that's about it. Might have to change the captain as well. Again, the captain might be on the bench, Lascelles, and swap that round for Shelvey as the skipper for the day. But all in all, it's been an interesting pre-season. It's shown us what we have got, shown us what we're missing, shows us what or how far we've come under Rafa. And yeah, I'm still a little bit baffled that we haven't tried to go for it a little bit more now. I'm looking at not just the teams that have been in the Premier League, because again, we can't compare ourselves to that because we've had a season out. I'm comparing ourselves to the 2 teams that have come up with us, Brighton and Huddersfield. They've made major moves in terms of their squad development, and they've recruited well, and we've recruited 5 players. 5 players, and we've not even scraped the surfaces really, because we need probably need 2 strikers if I'm honest. Still need another central midfield player, maybe a number 10, so that's at least 3 players, and maybe another left back as well. That's 4 players, and we're playing Spurs first game of the season. Anyway, that's enough for me ranting and raving now. We won 2-0. We don't get any points for it. We don't get any trophies for it. You know, at the end of the day, it's just another game that we've got to say, okay, our fitness is up. That is it. I don't know where to take this one. I mean, Hellas Verona, who are they? Seriously, team in Serie A, that is all we know. Anyway, let Rafa do the talking now, and he reflects on the game, and obviously us linked with moves with Lucas Perez and others.
I want to be clear, so we are looking for different options. So it's not that we have one name, we have 3, 4 options, and if we cannot one, we have to go for the other one. That's what we are trying to do from the beginning.
I know you don't like talking about names, but Lucas Perez was mentioned last week. Is he one we can rule in or rule out?
I like the player because I have good friends in Coruña. I know that he did really well, and he came here. He was not playing too many games. I like the player.
And in terms of injuries, I mean, everyone seemed to get through today unscathed.
Yeah, we have a lot of, couple of knocks today, and that's it. Gale is what I said before. it's more the feeling. He needs confidence to be sure that he can do what normally he's doing, sprinting and going and doing everything in the same way that he was doing before. So now it's a question of confidence, so we carry on pushing, training, and hopefully he will get back his confidence.
Another player who seems to have had a positive pre-season is Atsu. He got another good goal today. He seems to be really hungry and up for the challenge.
Yeah, that is the way. Everyone has to realise that the only way for us is to be sure that everybody is trying to create for me problems, and then if they work hard, if they play well, if they train at the level that they are training already, I have to decide. But at least I know that if I pick one or the other one, it will be good enough.
So yeah, that's it. Rafa Benitez seems pleased, although I'm sure he's not 100% sure on what the future does hold for him at Newcastle United. You know, these rumours about him wanting to leave is not totally a load of BS, because again, you might think, oh, the journalists are just looking for a story. At the same time, you can see the frustration in his eyes, the fact that he's making statements without actually coming out of them by starting Mitrovic and not putting even Gayle into the squad. And then certain other things as well that you can just see, like, you know that we need him. He doesn't want to be looked bad upon by the fans, which he never will be. But at the same time, he just wants people to see, look, it's quite obvious. This is what we need. We need another striker. If Mitrovic gets injured and Gayle goes missing in the games, who have we got to pick up the pieces? No one. Now, I must mention a couple noticeable things as well. Shelvey looked absolutely amazing. Now, I think I said it in a couple of videos ago that he's been putting in extra training in Portugal and other strength and conditioning training as well that he's been through during the closed season, and he looks so much better for it as well. Looks a lot leaner. You know, he's picking up the ball now and actually moving with the ball rather than just letting the ball doing the movement for him. So again, I think that's a fantastic asset that we have now, a more mobile Jonjo Shelvey as well. Also the crowd, fantastic crowd, 25,000 or just under 25,000 for a pre-season friendly. I'm sure these guys down the road didn't even get that or close to that, and they're playing a competitive game, but we're not going to talk about that. And then that's it really. I mean, who we're going to get through the door, that's the main thing as well, because with these 6 or 7 days to go now, I'm surely just truly baffled that we haven't learned from our mistakes the previous time round. Do not think to yourself that we're anywhere near completion in terms of where we need to be at this current time. Anyway, that's it from me, guys. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Final result, Newcastle United 2, Hellas Verona 0. Bring on Spurs.